Is it almost justice served for Terra Luna investors? The developer of the fallen stablecoin that started the crypto winter, Kwon, the co-founder of the cryptocurrency startup Terraform Labs, is now a wanted man. He's now the subject of an arrest order issued by a South Korean court on Wednesday, September 14th, for allegedly breaking the financial markets legislation. According to Bloomberg, the warrant for the suspect's arrest lists a total of 5 other people. So how did this happen? And is this the only warrant issued by any court against Terraform Labs? Welcome back to Bitcoin Broadcast, one of the best channels for the latest trending cryptocurrency news. If you seek to be updated on what's currently happening in and out of the crypto world, this is the place to be. And without further ado, let's get started. Those of you waiting for the Earth to become unstable, I'm afraid you'll be waiting until the age of men expires. The founder of the Terra network, Kwon, tweeted these particular words in an effort to persuade cryptocurrency investors to put their faith and money in Terra USD, a stablecoin that Kwon guaranteed would always be priced at exactly $1. But unfortunately, Kwon's faith was not strong enough to save all of Terra, including UST, and his effort to do so was unsuccessful. The tokens were developed with the intention of playing the role of counterbalances in a market driven by supply and demand, which in theory would maintain the stablecoin's Terra peg to the value of the US dollar. Terra would be converted to Luna by the system's algorithms in the event that Luna's value fell below a certain threshold, so lowering the available supply of Luna and as a result increasing its value, and vice versa. But it was in May when clients began to fully forsake cryptocurrencies, dumping off coins worth millions of dollars, which ultimately led to the system breaking down. Even customers who were wary of taking risks had acquired Terra with the belief that it would always be worth $1. But its value has already plummeted to the point where it's almost worthless. So, after the market crash, more than 2,000 Terra investors stated that misleading marketing practices were the fault for their financial losses. For instance, they blamed Binance, a centralized cryptocurrency exchange. It was listed as a defendant in a class action complaint that was submitted to June in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California. The lawsuit was the first significant court complaint made in the US about Terra, whose UST and LUNC tokens the month before had destroyed approximately $40 billion in investor cash when they plunged to pennies. As stated by the complaint that was submitted by the American law firm Roche Friedman LLP, Binance.US allegedly made false statements on the consistency of Terra's dollar-based UST in the marketing materials that it distributed. According to the allegations made in the complaint, hundreds of unsuspecting retail investors were taken completely by surprise in May when the value of UST and its sister token Luna Classic dropped to zero. In the complaint, it's claimed that these losses were brought on by deceptive advertising. As a result of listing what would be unregistered security in UST, the complaint argues that Binance.US is not registered as a broker-dealer or an exchange, which may be in violation of the law. Moreover, the lawsuit contends that Binance.US listed unregistered security in UST. They, along with any other exchanges that featured UST, ought to take responsibility for their actions. However, Binance denied all the allegations that were included in the lawsuit against them. But still, Binance.US is in full compliance with all regulations and laws, as evidenced by its registration with FinCEN. These allegations are baseless, and you can count on vigorous denial from Binance. The CEOs of centralized exchanges and some founders of DeFi might shudder at the prospect of a successful lawsuit. But this was not the only lawsuit that was filed against Terra Luna. Guess what? There's another one that has even issued an arrest. A law company in South Korea, LKB & Partners, is representing investors who suffered losses in the millions of dollars as a result of the algorithmic stablecoin Terra USD and its twin token Luna's $40 billion meltdown. The case includes 2 charges, one of which is a fraud against the founders of Terraform. The business also divulged to the regional newspaper Munhwa Ilbo that it had presented an attachment order from the Office of the Public Prosecutor for the Seoul Southern District in order to seize Kwon's property. The disaster on Luna also caused an implosion within Terraform. Immediately following the unexpected failure of the stablecoin, Lawrence Florio, General Counsel Mark Goldich and Noah Axler, Regulatory Counsel, who had been serving as the company's senior corporate lawyers, resigned from their positions. Moreover, the local police department initiated an investigation into the possibility of criminal charges being brought against Do Kwon. Lawyers pointed out that the outcome of any investigations conducted by the police will have a significant impact on the outcome of any legal action taken against Kwon and the enterprises he owns. And now, a warrant for Do Kwon's arrest has been issued by a court in South Korea. Analysts believe that the failure of Terra caused a contagion that led to the subsequent failures of the Celsius Bank and the Three Arrows Capital hedge fund. These failures left a trail of unpaid loan obligations totaling billions of dollars, which caused months of turmoil in the cryptocurrency markets. As a result of the Bitcoin market crash, hundreds of investors in Terra Luna lost their whole life savings, prompting many people to question whether the company had always been a Ponzi scheme from the beginning. Do Kwon had a brazen presence on Twitter and Discord, frequently trash-talking skeptics and doubters. However, he mysteriously went silent before resurfacing a few days later with a roadmap for a new token, Luna 2.0, which was intended to save the failing system. Luna 2.0's market valuation has mostly hovered around $300 million, despite an unexpected spike to over $800 million over the course of the recent weekend. This is in contrast to the original Terra Luna, whose market worth once reached billions of dollars. Some people thought that it was because Terraform Labs, the company that developed the software, had implemented new governance guidelines. On the other hand, at least one person who described themselves as a whistleblower thought that it was a deliberate ploy on the part of Terraform or Do Kwon himself. According to a spokeswoman for South Korean prosecutors on Wednesday, an arrest warrant had been submitted for a total of 6 people, one of them being Do Kwon, who is now residing in Singapore. It's alleged that Kwon, together with the other individuals, violated the legislation concerning the country's capital markets. And after a police raid on Daniel Shin, a co-founder of Kwon, employees of Terraform are not permitted to leave the country. In his first interview with the public, which took place in August, Kwon said that he'd gone to Singapore out of concern for the well-being of his family. If the case is successful, it'll be a game changer in establishing the legal standing of DeFi, which has up to this point avoided specific prohibitions or stringent government inspection. And if the case is unsuccessful, it will not impact the legal standing of DeFi. Moreover, the fact that today's lawsuit attempts to hold a centralized exchange rather than the firm that produced the token liable for the promotion of the token will have a significant influence on how the DeFi platform evolves in the years to come. It might be the beginning of an age in which centralized exchanges are required to do more in-depth investigations of the cryptocurrencies they choose to support on their platforms. And that's a wrap. What do you think about these lawsuits? Is Do Kwon guilty? Comment below. Let's interact. Also, please leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more amazing cryptocurrency news.